ahead, slowing down and making no time. I gotta keep it rolling. Those in the windshield wipers snapping out the tempo, playing perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. I gotta keep it rolling.
Yeah, I love that song.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rideshare Rodeo. This is the audio podcast, you guys. Sometimes I bring it over to YouTube too, but this is the one that has never missed a Tuesday since the first week of May of 2020, 1 month into the pandemic. So episode number 398, episode 400 is going to be a cool thing for you guys. And before I get into anything, I do want to tell everybody, because most of you have seen the legislative pieces I've done with Kim Cavan or Karen Anderson regarding AB5. Kim and I do have a piece tomorrow. We haven't done one in a while. It is based on her writing and her new website, Freelance Busting. She's actually writing a book about what the rise and fall of the independent contractor. And as you know, we probably will have to be a little careful because Kim is in the middle of suing the FTC. And so
oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Her and another writer from I'm sorry, FTC. That's sorry, different story. They're suing the National Labor Relations Board.
Okay.
But still, it's because of independent contractorship. But this week, my guest is, you guys might know him, the Mad Dasher. If you're not familiar, you will be soon. Mr. Mad, what's up?
What up, man? Hey, the opening song to that, did someone make that for you, or do you have the rights? Like, how do you do that without getting flagged?
So, okay, yeah, that's a friend of mine who's in like 3 bands here in Denver did that, but it's a cover of another song. Right. But what I always do before I screw with anything is I put it up as unlisted on my YouTube channel and leave it there for like a week. If it doesn't get messed with, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it'll have one of those, you can't monetize this, and so you'll know. And that's like a little trick I'm telling anybody with YouTube. Try and if you're trying to add some audio, make it an unlisted piece of just that, put it up on your channel and see if it gets flagged. If it does, just take it down.
Yeah. Because I someone had,
but no, that is an original and it's not AI. And yeah, it's been my intro song since the beginning.
Yeah, I like it. And I somebody had when I do my lives, people I think Lisa was the one who originally labeled it as the Madhouse. And I liked it. So my last video I put up, it kind of had like the same feeling as that opening sound of where I said, "Welcome to the Madhouse," and it kind of like has that same kind of like, you know, chord kind of sound without the music. And I was trying to find music to match it. And I like your opening. Sounds good.
Yeah. So also funny that you mentioned that, because that I'll give the guy the plug, because not only is he a great friend of mine, he plays with national acts as well and national bands. He's in many bands here. He's got that Joe Cocker type feel. Like he's got that, like, I've had a lot of whiskey voice, and he has.
Yeah, the raspiness too.
Yeah. So I just love it. But he also does for me did the intro for Kim's Side Money Plans.
Oh, okay.
So on her podcast, the intro is "Grease is the Word."
Yeah.
From Frankie Valli. So it's him doing it though.
He did that too. That's awesome. That's so cool.
So if you have a song and you want to,
I might, dude. I mean, I don't know.
Plus, he makes it his version, so that's another way it doesn't. I don't think it gets flagged either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what song I would do. I just know that you know, I see Lisa's in the chat. Hey, Lisa. Real quick, just want to say hi to people: Sheila, Bubba, Svetlana, Medicated, all the Audrey, all the people in the chat. Hello, just saying hi real quick. But
Paul, Traveler, Sheila, Bubba Sue, Medicated, Svetlana, Gators in here, Lisa, and I think I got everybody.
Yeah,
except for a few people just rolling in. But I think that's also because I don't do the audio podcast this week, and next week will be on YouTube Live, and next week's is going to be the 400th episode.
That's amazing, dude.
Kind of a huge milestone for me. So
how long have you been doing this to get 400?
Since 2020, May.
2020, man.
A month A month into stay-at-home orders.
Yeah, 100 a year, pretty much. Well, no, a little less than 100 a year because it'll be 2025 soon. But yeah.
Yeah, but if you're thinking, well, it would still come up a little shy. It's because about 6-8 months ago, I started adding a second audio drop of the roundtable that we do on Thursday nights.
Yeah,
I added that to my audio podcast as well. So now there's 2 a week instead of 1. So it is a little ahead, but yes, still nonetheless. And for the Tuesday stuff, you guys, Good Pods ranked me. This is global, and I always like to, because that's an audio podcast. Most of you guys don't even go there. Some of you do, and I know some of you have even said, I do hear the difference now. I hear what you're saying, but this is the #1 downloaded gig economy podcast in the world, according to Good Pods.
that's crazy, dude.
That's a big deal, dude.
That is a big deal. That is a big deal.
To me, like.
I mean, you're a grinder though, man. I mean, like I can't even, coming from someone else that does, because podcasts are very similar to just doing YouTube videos. It's the same stuff. You have to set up, you have to record, you have to have people listening, you have to set times and guests and stuff like that, and to do that for almost 5 years, man, and be consistent. That's the thing. Being consistent is crazy, dude. You're a straight hustler, man. Not only gig work hustler, but you also have other side jobs you do, but like just like social media wise,
dude. But the audio podcast alone was way before the YouTube channel, and I have, I've had the most CEOs on. I've like startup companies. I've had legislators on from different states. I was involved with still am with a whole group that battles for independent contractorship. So I mean, like, to me, that's one of the favorite things about my podcast is that it does transfer both the traditional gig economy and the app platform-based economy, which I do think needs its own definition. I always have, but and there's a lot of entanglement in there, and that's why I feel like I'm a good go-between, because I know all these people over here, and I know all these people over here, and I understand both sides.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. Congrats ahead of time on the 400th. I'll make sure I try to clear my schedule to listen to it. So
well, I appreciate you being here tonight. For those that don't know, Mad Dash, you guys will hear soon, and also anybody that's in here that wants to over on my chat side, because if you're on his chat side, you know about his channel. If you're on the rodeo side of chat and you feel like dropping his channel, otherwise it will be in the notes below, guys.
Are these only my followers on the chat, and then I can't see yours? Is that how it works?
you can't even see if you click comments in the StreamYard.
I see it. I just didn't know that these were just mine, and then you have like your side where it's just yours.
Yeah, at the bottom you should be able to click all.
Wait, what?
Of the StreamYard thing? It should say like, or maybe not.
No, I think that's a you thing. I think you're allowed to do that.
Well, normally it would let you, but when mine says all right now, and normally every guest up here I would have, but for some reason I think it has to do with you linking it so late. But I don't know.
Whatever.
Regardless, somebody over on my side is going to do it. I know they know your channel, so yeah. So let me just kind of throw some topics out there and we'll see what sticks. Because there's also just some, well, first I wanted to even ask you, because you guys have been awesome on my Wednesday live streams. I used to do the last mile at home for an hour, kind of talk about the week or whatever. Now the last mile is turned into, I leave my driveway. It's the one day where I'm not interfered by other things. I work all the gig apps that I work and I add them in a specific order, and you are with me the whole day till I end it. And I'm thinking I'm a badass when I'm like hitting like 8 hours, but then I see you putting up like back to back, like 12 hours on YouTube that I actually know were 15 hours. But I was trying to tell you this in one of your chats, that at 11 hours and 55 minutes, that's all that it'll upload. So if you do 15 hours, you lose. I think it's the first 3. So you'll get the last 11:55.
No. You get
the other way.
Yeah, the other way. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I noticed that, but like
I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, geez.
So here's the thing, right? Like I doubt.
You guys, before he even says it, if you didn't know if you didn't know this guy, wait, you're not a cokehead, are you?
No.
You'd think this guy's a cokehead.
I have ADHD. I'll tell you that much. But no,
I just need
so
your energy, and I love it. But I'm just saying.
so the thing is like I would care about that, but the thing is like the chances of somebody actually rewatching 15 hours of live is so small, and the people that are actually willing to do that, they're already watching my live anyway. I mean I know I can see a bunch of people in here.
Yeah.
They hang out with me the whole time.
Yeah, I get a lot.
I can
I
name
get a lot of
4 or
those
5 people
people.
right now the whole
I
time
get a
for the
lot of
whole
those people on
15.
mine too. And the thing about yours, I don't know. Like, I think this weekend you did one day, right? Because the weekend before, 2 weekends ago, I saw you did Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, so I this week I like barely worked any gig work. I only did one day of gig work, and I just did an all day live on Sunday
For 15 or 20 hours. Dude, guys, don't let it, it's not making me look bad. I got other things going on too. I feel like a badass still when I do the 8 hours until he drops his. Like,
the only thing about the lives though, so like people do donate, and I appreciate it. I never tell them that it's expected or that I want them to or anything, but they do, and it's great. And I do make I actually make more money from the donations than I do from the money I make from the video, like uploading a video on YouTube.
For those that don't know, that doesn't even matter on size of channel. I mean, you guys see me do a ton of lives. Lives don't make you money.
No, that's where I was going at.
With lives, I think the best thing that can happen are gaining new subscribers. And what I like doing, I've done it in yours before, is gifting out some memberships, because that actually gets people into my members content. I got 170 videos in there.
Yeah.
So only.
The only thing about my memberships that people get are the emojis, because I only do 99 cents for my memberships, because
right.
I'm not,
which is what made it easy to gift some.
Yeah. I'm not I want it to be easy, because I just wanted to have an emoji, and I don't have any content in there.
And even if you never do, remember that little bit of money's really just support the people that do it are just helping you support that time.
Yeah.
I mean, because really, like, even the littlest, stupidest things, guys, like here's what I can say about YouTube money, at least for me, is that, I work with other companies, and I do testing, and I work the gig apps and all this other stuff. So really, this is just to build my brand. This isn't like where I get my income from. But I love doing it. And I love doing it when I'm on an all day live. I love Wednesdays now. I would do lives here and there, but I like a day where I literally know, you know what, my whole day, your guys are going to be with me. And some of these guys are, and I get it. I mean, even like I was doing some gig work. One of the weekend you did the 3 lives in a row. One of the days I was like, God damn it, or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to work Friday. And I don't like working weekends or Friday nights, like, because I do B2B. I'm up at 4 a.m. doing Curry and all these other weird apps that I do that make good money every weekday. So I like to, take a little time off, see my son, all that kind of stuff. But I was like, I need to, lately I've had to put in some weekend hours too. It happens. But I'm going, okay, I see you're live. I'm like, sweet. Because I didn't want to go live, because it's fun. I know you have a ton of fun doing it too, but it's,
taxing.
It's taxing, because when you have those moments of, oh, God, like you almost can't take it. Like, because you have to like just bury that stuff down inside, because we're trying to be uplifting to people.
So
at least I am, and I feel that way about your stream.
Yeah, for the most part I am, and I put a lot of pressure on me the first time I did the live. I kind of changed my perception of the lives recently. It's like you said, it's about building your brand. For me, it's also about building a connection with the people that support my channel. I consider them my friends. I consider you my friend. I consider everyone else that's in this chat my friend. When people hang out with me, I legitimately just think about it as a hangout session. So if this Sunday, we actually had a lot of very serious conversations in my chat. It went a little bit too serious at some points. But that's what friends do, right? When you hang out and you're just, doing regular stuff, you're going to have a real conversation.
I feel like I was part of derailing it a couple times.
Yeah.
I feel like I played a role. I'm even telling you guys that. You know how professional I can be, but I was in his because everybody's having too much fun. All of a sudden, I dropped the name Gary Busey, and there's some pissed off people.
It's funny though.
It was meant
But
to be a damn joke too. I did not.
no, I mean, but that's what my live is all about anyway. I see Luke's in here. Luke always comes in and throws out like hilarious one-liners all the time, and like he said, he likes to come back and watch and see how funny we are. We just joke around, and like you said, it's not about the money. Lisa actually said did a comment to me today or yesterday or whatever on the live, and I got 16,000 views on Sunday's live. 16,000. That's crazy to me. I had 98 people watching at one point in the morning, and 16,000 views. And I'll tell you this much: AdSense is gonna pay me like $3 for the like 15 hours that I was streaming. I'm gonna get paid like $3.
I was gonna. I mean, like super chats, membership. That aside, like I was even gonna say less. Well, I was gonna say 15 hours. I saw you had about 15,000 people in one anyway from Sunday. So which seems about online. Like when I do 8, I get about like 7,000 to 9,000. Again, guys, these are not numbers you should look at and go, oh, look at the bank they're making. Not when you're live, man.
If I got 16,000 views on a video, that would be maybe, I don't even know, like 1,000 views is like 20
yeah, but then you get into some math too, like the CTR rate. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I just don't do a lot of edited stuff. So mine is really this. I was actually curious about I'm seeing, so I know Tim Gigwise, he's in St. Louis. He's done enough live streams to know this. Is this actually true, Tim? Or are you just screwing with me?
No, it's not true. It's not true.
Like if you go over 12 hours, you won't. What do you mean you wouldn't? Like I don't even get it. Normally, normally Tim's funny. That's not funny.
I got 4 on Sundays live. And it's not a big deal. You just hit the review button and trim out. It's because when I go into supermarkets, they play music in the background. So Lisa and a bunch of other people said start muting your live when you go into supermarkets, but I forget sometimes, and then I have to whatever.
First of all, to your guy Luke here, wow! Like I applaud you, man. Like you go back and watch a 15-hour stream. Like,
they are funny. His comments really are funny. He's got some of the best comments for sure.
I mean, this is how I feel like this is how my day is, and I'm sure yours kind of goes the same. You get a group of people who are just kind of in there, and they become like your core group. Then you have people coming and going, some few trolling, few in there to actually going, what is this? And they're having fun. Then they leave. Then some of your regular people leave, and others come in, and then they come back. So you have like a base always, but then you have these like randoms coming in. It's when the randoms come in that are cool, not the trolls. But when the randoms that are cool come in is when things always seem to get shaken up.
Yeah.
Like I'll look down and the chat's moving real quick and they're like, what'd you say about my mom? And I'm like going, wait, what?
That's why I have so many mods. I mean, literally the other day last week, I went, is he calling us taxing? No. But anyway, Lisa, speaking of Lisa, this is what my comment was going to be. Last weekend, I started really early, and I had like all these trolls come in immediately because when you start really early, you get a lot of people from other countries, a lot of Iran, a lot of Pakistan, and whatever. And they started just going off on me, and all of a sudden, I see Lisa's deleting comments, but she didn't even say good morning, hello. I didn't know she was in the chat. She was just secretly deleting people's comments, and I'm like, oh, I see Lisa's in the chat. And she's like, shh, I'm incognito. I'm not here.
All jokes aside on that, though, I gotta say, like some of those people I do, because I start the morning. That is what I do when I do Wednesday, and so I know exactly what you're talking about. And yes, a lot of them do, and they come in semi nice. English is out of place a bit, but no worries. But then it can turn real quick. But I get some people who are actually really cool who have no idea where they are, though.
Oh yeah,
they're like, what is this? And I'll tell them what I'm doing, and then they kind of, I think they hang for a minute and they start seeing the chat, and then all of a sudden I see they're involved with the chat. But then I get the people, and I'm sure you get these too. And for any other content creators who get this, and I think you probably know, but if you don't, if you get the comments in there that are like, what car do you drive? What color is your car? Don't ever answer those. Don't ever say them. Don't just ignore them. Don't block the people either. I don't think that's a need. Just ignore them though. Those, if you're not familiar, those are people who are paid by data farms to get creators saying certain things. So like if they get Mad Dasher to say, I drive a Toyota and it's black, and who knows, they might even use your AI voice then to do commercials in Taiwan. Who knows?
I'm not big enough for that. No one's doing that.
Maybe
dude.
Germany.
Let's not get
Mad Dasher's huge in Germany.
All right. Yeah, with my 2,200 or 2,400 subscribers, I'm world famous.
So,
some of those guys though in the morning are they must be like rich people from Dubai and stuff, because some of them will just randomly buy me lunch. They'll tip me $20 and be like, or they'll ask me, they're like, how much is lunch there? And I'll be like, I don't know, $15. They're like, here you go. Here's some lunch. I'm like, hey, thanks, man. And then they'll leave and I don't even get to chat with them. But it was nice that they donated to me, so.
Yeah. I mean, I have some people that are like, oh, the weather is beautiful. And they hang out and watch out my ceiling window because we have blue skies out here all the time. So Deborah's asking here, she was having a rough time dashing today, but I'm trying to get my tax money back up to where it needs to be. So are you talking about write-off or what do we?
Yeah, I'm confused about that on that comment too.
So let me see. I'm just trying to catch up here before I really, and I don't know if you're familiar. Oh, did I upload it? I hope I sure hope I did.
Hey everyone, I didn't say hi to you, by the way. If I didn't say any hi to you, hi Austin, Gigwise, other people in there, Amanda.
We're going to get back to the chat here in just a minute, but I wanted to ask you something. Have you heard me talking about this minimum wage in the two markets?
No.
For DoorDash? Are you aware of this?
You talking about like the earn by time minimum wage?
No. Straight up 20% of the business in two markets is now going to a secondary company, almost like Amazon did, where they are W-2 employees and you can't be on the app. You have to apply for the job. It's in Fresno, California, under Fresno Logistics, and it's under ACSP 1 in Austin, Texas. Those are the only two markets doing it.
I'm not surprised about California. I am surprised about Texas. But
so here's the Texas one. If you guys are not familiar, I want to just bring you up to speed. Everybody should know about this because it's a test that is happening because of legislation and lawmakers that are finally getting really upset about illegal accounts. Primarily people who are undocumented, but also anybody creating any illegal account that isn't theirs. They're getting really pissed off. And at a couple other things too. I mean, like we could all name 100 things they should be mad at, but there's some specific things they're very mad at. So they're kind of making this test happen. And I want to talk specifically for just a second about the Austin one, because we've talked about it on here a few times. But what I need to say is that, so in Austin, here's how it works. I mean, it's crazy to me. So 20% of the DoorDash work at all times will be done by LCSP 1 in Austin. They are completely separate, and blocks will be given and order processes will be sent through to them to take care of 20% of the load. Their drivers will have all of them 100% acceptance rate. They have to take every offer. They don't get any chance. They are W-2. They are paid not active hour. They are paid on the actual hour. They are given schedules. They are given shifts. They have bosses. The works. But here's the worst part. You have
do they get tip real quick? Do they get tips directly to them, or are the tips? It says
tips are on top. So let's hope that is the case. I don't know. I can't speak for this company well enough yet. But here's what really kills me. I go to Austin. I was going a lot more often when it was Para, but now it's Gig Safe. But I was going there back and forth to work with the Para team. Every time I got there, or their earned by time was $13. If ever it was available, $13. That's what it was. I was never doing. I was just testing while I was there. Well, guess what? This company is paying you $13 an hour. That's how much they're paying in Texas. The Texas minimum wage, for those that don't know, is the federal minimum wage of $7.25. However, no business in Texas pays that because nobody would take it. but they do follow trends. This is Austin. It is not a cheap city. This company is paying $13 an hour. Plus, here's the other kicker. Because, again, this space is not defined, they're paying you 10 cents a mile. You will take every offer, the 20-mile ones, whatever, in your car. They will pay you 10 cents a mile plus $13 an hour, and that's before taxes. Now, check this out. At the end of the year, because you're a W-2, this is from the IRS website, you cannot deduct mileage expenses as a W-2 employee.
Oh, that's so messed up.
So you can't deduct any of these miles, $13 an hour, 10 cents a mile. You're a W-2 employee. You will be scheduled. You could ask for a day off and they say, no, sorry. They are 8 or 10-hour shifts. And guess what? Already both Fresno and Austin have the 20% filled. It got launched about a week ago. And I put out, look,
What
10
do you mean
days
they have
ago-
it filled? Are you serious? Who's doing that?
Exactly. Because here, I real quickly, I will use the Fresno example because California has Prop 22. We don't need to go into full detail.
Do you need a valid license? Do you need a valid ID? Do you need to be a citizen?
Yeah.
You do?
It's a W-2 job. Of course you do.
So these are jobs.
These are the
being filled-
taxpayers. Yeah.
These are jobs being filled by non-migrants.
Yes.
That's a very important key part to this.
Right. That wouldn't
not
even,
migrants.
they couldn't.
Right. They can't. Then they're still taking these jobs. Who in their right mind would take this job?
Well, so I just need to put this up, man. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I want to see what you think. I put this poll up 10 days ago from my community post. It has, I think it's almost 100 votes. Let's look at it. DoorDash Dashers, drivers, app-based gig workers, Austin and Fresno will be hiring a percentage of Dashers as W-2 employees in Austin, $13 an hour plus 10 cents a mile, schedules bosses, and must take every order. So would you take this as described above? 97 votes and 13% say yes.
Yo, I can't. So, and this is your followers. 13
or at least somehow got through my feed.
13%?
Nobody I know would do this.
13% of your followers would do this job. Are they not understanding?
I mean, other
how
people
bad
could see the polls too. I know maybe it was shared out.
You know what I mean, though.
Right? Yeah. I mean, the people I know, no, they would not do this. Not at all. I don't. In fact, I don't know. I'm not dissing on anybody, but if you would, I honestly think you might be reading part of this wrong or thinking you can write the miles off or I did have somebody say, is it a company vehicle? No, it's your vehicle.
No,
guys.
That's the biggest part. It's still the vehicle, man. Not only that, but it's taking away for your ability to work when you want.
Look, I wouldn't do this for $25 an hour.
I know, dude. I know, dude.
I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I wouldn't do it for $40 an hour. Because I believe in, honestly, most of you guys too. Like, even if you'd think, no, I couldn't, I honestly think, there's times when it's harder to get a job. Just wait it out a minute. You can do better than this. You
wouldn't do it for 40 an hour, but if you retook that poll. And it wasn't people like who had
I can't imagine what it would
podcasts
be.
on the side, lighting jobs on the side, all this other stuff where you need a free schedule. I'm the same way. I do a whole bunch of stuff. I need a free schedule because I honestly have a W-2.
Believe that's it though. I think almost everybody needs a free schedule.
Yeah. I wouldn't do gig work.
I think that's the kicker.
Like
let's say it was $100 an hour. It sounds great, but I honestly, some people are going to jump at that, of course, but the problem is that I think most of us can't do that. Like, we have some other interference, another W-2 job. We have a family, a kid, whatever.
I mean, if it was a nice enough payment, you could switch out your W-2. I mean, that's
right.
$100 is a lot of. However, that's a lot of money, man.
However,
120 grand a year.
How much company do you want to put in? How much faith do you want to put into a company that DoorDash has secondary hired? I wouldn't work for DoorDash. Let's take a look at how Indeed ranks Fresno Logistics, which has been around for 7 years.
Let's see it. Oh, dude.
43. They give them an F minus. Okay, and that's the company who's going to hire you as a salary job. I read into a bunch of comments. the comments said things like, good luck getting paid.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, these are, but that shouldn't be something you're hearing from a W-2 company.
They're definitely gonna be taking the tips too, man.
But
there's no way you'd be getting all
the
your
kicker,
tips.
dude. Before we move on, I guess I got to bring this up because look, here's the kicker on it. So in California, because of Prop 22, everybody makes $120 an hour per active hour, or 120%, sorry, of minimum wage, which ranges from 16 to 20 bucks in California. Fresno is at the lowest end of that. It's 16, right? So 120% of 16 would mean $19.20, right? So if you just took every hour, I mean, you might not be exact, but you'd basically, who cares what the tip is, because that's your pay, if this is the way you're thinking. So my thought became, why wouldn't you just do the Prop 22? Because yes, you're getting some medical, but you get a medical stipend through Prop 22 if you work enough hours. So again, I was already starting to think, who is taking this when you can, through Prop 22, get or the Fresno one is, 16, sorry, is what it is. That's why the math might not have made sense. So it's the lowest of the California rate, but 16 an hour through the company Fresno Logistics. But if you just do it on the app and take every offer, you get 120% at $19.20 an hour. But Fresno is the only market now that makes you schedule. Like, if you're not familiar, California allows you to dash now all the time because they have to pay everybody 120 per active hour. They don't care who does it. So they'll let as many drivers out as want to be, except in Fresno now that they have this.
Why wouldn't you just flip burgers at McDonald's in California for $20 an hour and not have to pay for wear and tear on your car?
Exactly my point. That was the first thing I said. And you said 20. I'm in Denver. I can walk 8 blocks and McDonald's hires in at $21.50.
What?
Hires in.
What?
Yeah. and ages 16 and up. Dude, to me, you're going to tempt some kids to drop out of high school.
I would have. I mean, I did drop out of high school. I worked for CVS for $8.50. Back in my day, $8.50, man. 21 something, man, as a high school kid.
And they pay and they pay for your college.
You get health insurance. Yeah, you get everything.
Actually, McDonald's takes care of you pretty well.
Dude, would you get health insurance from this other thing?
I don't think so, man. I don't know
Why would you ever do it, dude?
Well, and here's the other thing. This was the big question that came up. So can I still work on demand as a dasher while employed at Fresno? You will not be able to continue working as an independent contractor at DoorDash if you accept this opportunity. But outside of your scheduled work hours, you are able to work with other gig apps if you choose to do so.
Why wouldn't you just work with other? Why would you? Like, am I crazy, dude? Why would you be scheduled for any part of it?
Honestly, the fact that for 11 days this thing was posted in both Austin and, I don't know if they've hired them all, but Austin and Fresno Logistics have reported that they have enough applications to fill the positions. Of 20% of the DoorDash volume, they have enough already applications to fill the job.
So these people are already people that are already working for the platforms, or
to be honest, that was a great question, because that was actually really hard to find, and I only found it regarding Fresno Logistics. I found one advertisement to come check out what they're doing, and the advertisement alluded to it's better if you haven't done DoorDash. They didn't come out and say it, but yeah, it was definitely like that. We're looking for non-DoorDash drivers that we can.
This entire program, of course they would say that. This entire program screams where they want 20% of their drivers. Basically, they don't care about how often they have to get new drivers. Somebody could be door dashing for a week and quit. They won't care. That's the whole point. They don't want a door dasher that has experience. They want someone to come in here thinking, oh, this doesn't sound that bad. It absolutely sucks, and they're gonna know it's gonna suck within like a week or two, and then they're gonna leave. But they don't care because they're just gonna hire somebody else for cheap, and they're just gonna keep doing that, and they're always gonna have that 20% filled. Oh, it's so messed up. It's so messed
Yeah.
up, dude.
I mean,
I
honestly, though, doesn't it blow your mind, everybody, not just you, but everybody watching, that these positions were filled? I mean, I
What?
wish I had lived. I see Austin Rides in here. I wish I had lived in Austin, because I would have gone outside LCSP1 and video recorded for every idiot that drove in that morning.
Yeah, that would have been great content too. You would have made a lot of money on YouTube.
I'd have had a big
Wait,
sign going, "You're getting robbed, and they're going to fire you and do bad things to you."
Who in here would do that? Would anyone in this chat do that? I won't
Wait,
judge
would
you. I
anybody
just
admit
want
to it if they would, though?
I don't know. Does it sound appealing to anybody? I mean, it's just I feel like they're taking advantage of the times, man. Like people can't get jobs right now. And I feel like
Yeah,
that's
but
but again, it's a naive person that doesn't know gig work. That's why I asked what I asked.
But you even already hit my point. Why not just go, "Hey, let me look to the right.
Yeah,
Hey, McDonald's is hiring for $20."
because people
And I don't have to use my car.
people are stupid, man. I'm sorry. That might sound mean, but the majority of people are stupid.
I mean, this is the same. By the way, if you guys go to their website, again, everybody ranks them horribly. Fresno Logistics, horrible company, from what I can tell. And they've been doing this with Amazon for a while. So if you have a Sprinter van, you get paid $23 an hour. Do you know what my Sprinter van people make who do B2B stuff?
Probably
They're looking at making 50 to 80 an hour, bro.
Yeah, a lot more than that. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, why are you going down and running Amazon Flex routes?
I mean, the bigger the vehicle you have, the more money you make. I mean, that's why a lot of people that have like tower trucks and stuff, and they have that app where you can haul machinery and stuff. Those people make so much money. Like, but you see the chat, they're all saying no, I wouldn't do it. I don't see. So Yup says I don't see how that would thrive. It goes back to my point, though, is that the companies know that people are going to do it. Even they know they're not going to stay there. It doesn't matter if they stay there or not. They just need to be able to fill those positions to have it 20% the whole entire time.
Don't you doubt me ever. I get humor like you wouldn't believe. And I take it all in too and remember exactly who said what.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm right there with you. So I don't get it. That's the easiest statement. I don't know what else to say. I don't.
Okay, so I get it.
I mean, look at Bubba Sue even now. Bubba Sue's in New Jersey. McDonald's, here it comes. Like, I mean, honestly, Bubba Sue, like, I know that you're not in exactly Kim's market or whatnot, but all of New Jersey seems to be pretty good. I'm guessing it's the same pay about that Denver is. So yeah, it's probably $21.
$21 is not something to gawk at. That's a good amount of money for working at McDonald's.
It should be the first thought if you're thinking about taking $13 an hour to destroy your car.
But that's what I'm saying. I was going to say, think about it. You're not using your car. You're not paying for gas right then and there. I mean, I know a lot of DoorDashers that make $20 or less in their market, and they're also paying for wear and tear and gas, and with they're going to be coming away with like $15 an hour. They could, I mean, given you can't sit in your car at McDonald's and you can't watch, Mad Dasher live while you're, gig working, but you're going to be making $21 an hour. So if you really cared about the money, that's not chump change, especially today when people can't get jobs. That's a good amount of money.
Right. But I mean, like, first of all, let's really do it. I mean, 13 an hour, what, nicely at best after taxes, what, your take home is 10 at best.
Yeah.
That's being nice. Because I would say between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
So let's just be nice. Let's call it $10. You're making 13 an hour. You're taking home 10. So you're working 40 hours a week. They're 8 or 10-hour shifts, and you're gonna make $400. And you got to drive your car all the miles they want, and they'll pay you 10 cents for every mile.
I mean, all I can think about when you say that is the fact that I made $326.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
So, and that's one day. Given I had to work the entire day, but you know what I mean? It's I'm not working 40 hours a week. I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
I mean, here's
Crazy.
Austin Rides. He's saying that you got to make 30 an hour to get ahead in Austin. I've been to Austin. Pretty much every big city's the same, and that sounds about right. I mean,
you need that anywhere nowadays. It's not even just
I mean, if
Austin.
you're not making that, you need to put in some extra hours working other gig apps to make sure you're making up for
3
that
jobs,
difference.
4 jobs. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm hoping things change, man. Everyone needs tons of jobs
look,
right now. It's terrible.
This is Austin and Fresno. I mean, think about like, I don't even think I could do this in like Fargo, North Dakota. Like
Fargo.
Where my point being where there's not many orders, maybe you see like 4 a day.
Right.
So you're thinking, well, dude, I'll just take the hourly, even non-active. I'll just do that.
Oh,
but even that amount, dude,
point.
You couldn't even live in Fargo. That's $1,600 a month you're gonna make.
That is a point though that I didn't think about though, is if you're in a market.
But Austin is not a market like
right. Yeah, neither is California. Yeah.
No. I mean, just because nowhere in California is.
How could you live in California making that amount of money?
I don't know.
I mean,
I found it interesting that I couldn't find the article that said about Prop 22. I had to learn from a couple of drivers there saying, no, Fresno is the first market that has cut off the Dash Now feature because of this. So now you have to schedule. I don't know if that's to entice you to show you, hey, look over there. These guys are making $16 an hour in their own cars. You know, and you've done that look glorious. Like, no,
I would never do this job for that amount of money.
No,
I mean, I feel bad when I'm making $25 an hour, and that's without a schedule.
Yup, and no, we do have to talk about this because here's the other thing. So, I don't have the verbiage in front of me, but we had it up on one of the other streams that they have there's a word for when it's just at onboarding, and then there's a word for when it can be anytime. Both of the companies doing this require upon hiring, but also anytime drug testing.
What? Come on.
Which honestly, if you are taking this job, I would think, how are you getting it then? Because you must be on drugs to be taking it.
Dude, who is? I don't believe they have 20% filled. I don't believe it. You gotta show me pictures of these people. I'm buying plane tickets, man. I'm doing what you said.
You think they're going to make him slap a Fresno logistics thing on the side so that you know that that's one of them?
Austin Rides is picking me up in his Prius. He's going to be my cameraman. I'm going to be Mad Dasher, Channel 7 News. I'm going to be going up to these guys like, why the hell did you take this job? Are you just dumb, or what's your situation?
Honestly,
I gotta come down.
I think that they've done it in a way where here's my thing. How are you going to find them? Because
I don't know, dude.
That's the thing. They might be using a different app and they're not allowed to be on DoorDash, but they're getting Dash offers. So you're going in and claiming a Dash offer. So you're just going to think they're another driver.
Wait. They're not even using the DoorDash platform?
No, they're using Fresno Logistics or.
I thought that was just for like scheduling. They're like using a different. Bro, what?
Because they're buying the batches. They're buying 20% of the volume every day.
Oh my God.
But so here's my point. So they're tracking you, they're doing all this, but again, we go back to, don't forget, there's a 0 acceptance, or there's 100% acceptance rate. So you guys will never again have to worry about bad offers because you'll be on every damn one they put you on.
How is Fresno, whatever, even making money if they're paying DoorDash to be able to do this? How are they making money?
Well, I think this is where the legislation part plays in a little bit. And to be honest, I hate saying this, but there is a potential for another 3 markets before the end of this month. Test markets. There's a lot of legislators that want different information, guys, and they're finally getting some things pushed through. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's just crazy. I mean, look at Fresno Logistics did it with Amazon when Amazon needed to do this.
Right.
what is it? What does Amazon call it? They're delivery service partners. They're DSPs.
Yeah.
So their DSPs are people who would normally be in an Amazon vehicle that says Amazon, but instead they have to have their own Amazon vehicle, Sprinter van that costs $70,000 to $110,000, and drive that for $23 an hour. And again, employees, you guys can't write off your miles.
I mean, and then you look at UPS drivers who make $100 and something thousand a year, and then you have Amazon drivers making $23 an hour, and they have to use their own vehicles. That's always blown my mind, dude. That's blown my mind.
And that was another thing that somebody on the last one asked was like, are they getting so my friend Gator, who does a lot of last mile like I do, in fact, he's here in Denver right now working with a Silverado half ton, and he's got a 18-foot trailer out in front of my house because he's using the truck right now to work. But he said, what's the gas stipend they're getting? Nothing.
They're not even getting anything. Dude, what?
That's all inclusive. And you guys, that's your 10 cents a mile, man. That's upkeep on your car and maintenance and gas. And that's all 10 cents a mile.
Dude, what is happening with this world right now, man? I mean, there's some crazy stuff happening. Did you hear about? I don't want to go off topic, but did you hear about the 750 that North Carolina is getting and the stipulation behind that?
Yeah,
did you hear that's a loan?
Yeah.
And if they don't pay back the loan within a year, the government now owns their land and property.
Yeah.
And did you know that BlackRock signed a $90 million agreement to mine lithium in the exact same spot that happened in the town?
Not only lithium, there's all kinds of stuff in Denver.
We won't go down the rabbit hole there. But I'm just saying that there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Guys, just to put it into perspective, I'm not getting political, but the same day, because I have the side-by-side tweets.
That's not a political thing, though.
Right. But Mike Harubi, the same day that we gave the administration gave $2 million to the support of the hurricane victims, we gave $178 million to the Ukraine that same day. Meaning here was my take. Oh, so we were going to give them 180 million and you cut 2 off for the fuck you, man.
It really is, dude. Bro, I mean, things got changed, man. My subs know I don't go politics, but like
this is just so messed. I mean,
it's
you guys,
it's a humanity
topic.
It is.
It's not a politics topic. I'll even make a community post because I don't go political either. But here's the thing: I'll make a community post because everybody should watch it when I do it. It's a Twitter video. It's 2 females. I had it sent to me because I do search and rescue here in Colorado. I had it sent to me by a fellow search and rescue.
I didn't know you do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I do that. And I had a fellow search and rescue person send me the video. And it's 2 girls in their extended pickup. They got a trailer. They've got 6 dogs. They are search and rescue certified. They're from North Carolina. They're driving up. And FEMA said that they couldn't go any farther and was trying to take all their stuff. And so she went live and just kind of blew things up and was like, no, we're search and rescue workers. And the other girls on the phone, you can hear they're going, go to these coordinates and we're going to get you choppered in with the dogs. And so they're turning around with the FEMA agents, basically wanting to grab all their shit.
Yeah.
And I won't get into like what that could be, but just so you guys know, like things are not
don't donate to FEMA. If you guys want to donate to North Carolina, don't donate to FEMA. The money's not going to them. It's not going to them. So I could bag groceries for more money. Bro, you're not wrong.
Thank you. Yep.
You're not wrong, dude. And honestly, you're probably gonna be happier in that job. I mean, I know a lot of people that work in Market Basket. They love the community there. They love the people that work there. They have a good time. There's a lot of regular customers in Market Basket. You're probably having a better time bagging groceries than you would working for some scumbag third-party company for a scumbag main company. I mean,
I guess that's my point. Even in Texas, where it's $7.25 is the minimum wage. That's the national minimum wage since 1960s. And that's what they use, but nobody uses it. But I mean, I've been there enough times. You can walk down the road and find not just McDonald's. You can go get a job, maybe not bartending unless you have experience, but waiting tables, doing something. If that's more your style or whatever, you're going to make way more money than this crap.
I gig, but the thing is though, honestly though, gig work is like some of the only work that you can get right now, unless you have experience doing something, a lot of experience, and even then, it's hard to get a job, dude. There's really
You guys
nothing out
lie
there.
on your resumes. Just lie.
But even
Of course,
that,
I'm a brain surgeon, asshole. Like
even that though, even if you have all the credentials in the world, you still can't get a job right now, man. Anyway, what else you got on topics? What else? Because I know I can go on rants on stuff. Is there anything else topic wise that?
No. I don't even know now because we got so far into that.
I love these podcast things. You invite me anytime, man, because I love having these conversations with you, dude. It's always a fun time. I love your podcast.
One of the things I mean, just some topics are, Instacart is using an ad right now that is saying that it's making it more fun and adventurous for app workers because they are using gamification. Now, this is the same damn word I use all the time on how dare they use this. And now they're like,
what does that mean?
Like, hey, do 5 rides in a row on Uber and you'll get a $200 bonus. I've been driving Uber since 2015. You do 4 rides. They come real quick. That 5th ride takes about 3 hours to get.
You're gonna hate me for this, dude. You're gonna hate me for this. I love the quests on Uber Eats, man. It is so fun. It is so fun. I'll tell you this much.
It's cool.
Okay, I'll tell you what happened on Sunday. Okay, so Sunday they said do 5 shop and pays, you'll get $15. So I did 5 shop and pays, and with Uber Eats you can just decline. So I was waiting for shop and pays that were like 1 item. 2 items. You go into CVS, you get 1 item, you get out, it takes 5 minutes. I mean, and I was waiting for good orders too. So I would get a certified banger for 1 item. You go in there, you drive for 4 miles, and you get the shop and pay done. So this is what happened halfway down. I pulled over because I was going to get lunch, Anna's Taqueria, and I look at my apps, and all of a sudden I open up Uber Eats and it says $150. I'm like, $150? How did we make this much money? So I look at the app. Not only did they give me $15, they gave me another $20 for the same thing. I don't know why they did it, but I got $35 extra for 5 shop and pays. And I had a blast doing it. I was averaging $31 an hour. I had a blast doing it, and it's my favorite thing in gig work.
See,
it's my favorite.
Okay, so with that might be different. I know for a fact, like all the years I was doing those, some of them would be so good for. I'm just talking about in rideshare, which isn't even my main thing at all anymore. But it's just the name of my channel. Honestly, like that 5th one or the 10th one or whatever, it would be good money, but it would always take forever, dude.
Maybe
like they definitely played you, because with Rideshare it's a little different. They like to strategically place everybody.
Yeah, with Instacart too, I could see it where they might not give you certain offers, but with Uber Eats, man, they're giving me offers left and right. I'm the one deciding which one. I love the quest. I hope they keep doing it. People have been saying they've been getting streak pay on DoorDash. I haven't seen it. I would love to get streak pay, although streak pay isn't as good as the quest, because the quest you can choose which ones you want to do.
Yeah.
Stupid DoorDash, it's always got to be, oh, well, we'll pay you more if you take bad orders. Uber Eats, you don't have to take bad orders. You don't have to get the quest. You don't have to take the bad orders. You just decide which ones you take. But I mean, dude, I don't know about you, man, but DoorDash been pissing me off, man. DoorDash been pissing me off, dude. They haven't been good. I know for a fact that they're hiding tips, dude, because Burlington, they always tip. It's rich liberals, and the tips haven't been there. It doesn't matter if you're platinum or not. They haven't been giving catering orders as much recently. DoorDash is.
Well, I mean, I do a lot of work with Delivered, and when I was Team Para forever, and I was part of building ParaWorks, and we handed that over to Chris, and there's some Delivered people in here tonight, but I mean, even I see one-off, like what is like a lunch for 2 people being used through Delivered now through Easy Cater, things like that. people are using that for like what would be not even catering, just these normal orders
Really?
for like 3-4 people. Yeah. I mean,
Do you think that's because DoorDash is significantly more expensive?
I think all these companies, especially the giant ones, I think they're all propped up. They're not worth what they say. We all know that the profits are never real. If you really investigate it, it's not really profit. There's people who can't sell their shares, so they're locked in. But I honestly think that I've always said, I mean, dude, delivery ain't going to go up forever. I'm not saying it's going to crash, but it ain't going to go up forever. I mean, I think it hit its peak a while ago.
Oh, definitely.
And so
the stock market doesn't work like that, though. I mean, look at Tesla, right? People bought Tesla and continue to buy Tesla, even though their market cap is like grossly over what it should be. People are buying into it because of the potential of what it can be, and people still see a potential in food delivery. And there is, man. I mean, like, you're always going to have lazy people.
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that people can use food stamps to order DoorDash.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always going to have people ordering food, man.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But I mean, you got Uber competing for that too. And yes, DoorDash is in 6 or 7 countries, but Uber's global. And, I mean, at some point, if it just tapers off too much, I mean, maybe they merge, because here in the United States, even they had that market share forever. It's getting closer and closer, guys. If you're not familiar, Uber's kind of making a little play back. And I see decent orders like that. See, that's one where I wouldn't want to screw around with my Uber account, because like you're saying with those quests and things, those might be beneficial to me. I don't know if I've told you this, but I have a dumpling account, so I get my own clients for shopping. I hate Instacart. I always have. I know a lot of you guys love it, so don't get mad at me. Okay.
I hate it. Austin's trying to get Diamond or whatever whatever the thing is, but I hate it. I hate Spark. I hate all of that stuff.
So yesterday I went out, I did a 24, which I did 2 apps yesterday that I don't like. I did a roadie and it was $24 for 7 miles to deliver flowers. No brainer. Doing it. It was a Sunday.
That's a certified banger.
But I did 2 Instacarts. On both Instacart, my dumpling flyer went in there. So yes, do I put my account at risk every time? Yep.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Your dumpling I get it. Yeah,
dude, it tells you in-store prices, gas points, this, that, like your real-time communication with me. Basically, I can show you in minutes, and it's all bullet pointed what I leave in there. But then at the bottom, it has a QR that goes to at the bottom. It's just a flyer that goes to the QR goes right to my reviews. I've had all 5-star reviews, and my clients are my clients. I set the prices. I work everything out with them. I can do multiple stores. And if $1,000 isn't enough, I just call Dumpling and say, yeah, they got 5 stores on there today, and they raised my shop on that one to $5,000.
Yeah.
Because they just
it is more work though.
Right. But I'm saying I'm getting I used to talk about it. Now I really don't do Instacarts. So when I do them, I'm shoving them in there.
Have you? No, I don't blame you, dude. You got to hustle, man. I don't blame you, man.
You know what? And here's why, guys. If you think that's wrong of you, no, it's not. It would be if they redefined us. But the fact is none of you guys can name me an app where it doesn't say we're an independent contractor. Yeah. If it says that, I can bid business.
It doesn't say anywhere on these apps that you're not allowed to do that. People put stickers and stuff
in
there.
Well, I mean, if it did, it couldn't, because you can't go to court and go, they're an independent contractor, but they can't independent contract.
Right.
That would be the stupidest argument I've ever heard.
You could also bypass that, and instead of putting it in the bag, you put it on the ground next to the bag, and it's like you just put it in front of their house. It had nothing to do with the delivery, and you could bypass it in many ways.
I'm doing that. I just don't like it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you use any of these services yourself?
I don't think you were around then, but I was with Paris since day one. We went to court twice with DoorDash, like for real, when we were still in San Francisco before we moved to Austin, where Austin is. But before we moved the office there, we were in San Francisco, and we actually went to bat with them twice. I'm sure that some people in both chats remember Para. Give a thumbs up if you guys remember Para. Para was the coolest thing ever. If you guys got lucky enough to use it in either of the rounds, showed every detail. dropped it down at the same time the order came in. Miles, total, tip. We had it all.
So you'll never order DoorDash.
Nope. Nope.
What if you do order food? What do you use then?
I
Or do
use
you
Uber-
never? Or do you
I use Uber Eats.
use Uber Eats?
But again, I barely do it. It really is just too. Here's
It's
what
so
happens.
expensive, dude.
Here's what happens
It's
when
so
I do it. I
expensive.
know. Here's what happens when I do it. I know exactly what you're saying. It's so expensive, but I go, okay. I open it and I'm like, geez, it's gonna be so expensive. And the first, it's not even like I go there for a restaurant. I just open it and whatever's like 2 for 1, which is still gonna be more than it would be to go get it. But whatever says 2 for 1 or whatever, the few times I use it, that's like what my son and I do.
Yeah, you're
It's like,
paying
this has
2
a
for
2
1.
for
too.
1, but you're not, dude. You're paying an up price on the items. You're paying, look at all those thumbs up. You guys know, see, para users, man. You guys all remember. I mean, like you got to understand during the first round of having para, we went from 10,000, we got to 10,000, we got to 40,000. When we got to about 70, we got a letter from DoorDash, but we had a cease and desist from DoorDash when we got to 258,000 active users. They just literally were hating us. They were like, what the hell are you doing? And the CEO, and if you guys remember David Pickerel, let's give him a shout out because he actually went to court against him. The first time we actually hired an attorney, $800 an hour, California.
Wow.
The guy had been up against DoorDash before. He advised us it was wrong. David wanted to make his opinion heard, and he said, and in court they said, or in the wherever we got to, they said, listen, you got to have this down. And he said, he goes, I want to take this down. We have a lot of manpower on this. So as soon as you put it up, full transparency, I'll take it down. And then, so we waited like another week. We got another cease and desist, and this one had a 24-hour thing on it, or it was like a $300,000 fine.
Yeah.
And even with the investors, nobody wanted to go that route. But yeah,
So
people were, but that's what every app needs. We need the transparency. You can't be just guessing. That's like taking this $10 an hour Austin job after taxes to drive your car into the ground.
So you had talked about how, you don't think it's going anywhere, but it's probably hit its top. So here's the thing that I can't stop thinking about is the fact that currently right now we're in a recession, whether you want to label it a recession or not. We are.
Oh no, I've labeled it a recession for a long time.
They're hiding it. Every single jobs report comes out. They're going to revise it lower. Every single, they're trying to make it look better than it is because the election's coming up, but we're in a recession. We're close to a depression, to be honest, in like a year or something. But here's the thing. Given that we're in a recession right now and people are still ordering DoorDash, even though it's this expensive, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's
well,
if anything,
it's
going to get higher later when people actually do have money.
Yeah. Has any DoorDash delivery person out there in either chat has anybody done an American or what is it? What's the furniture factory or whatever the national chain is they took on? Oh God,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They took on like the biggest like mattress firm.
DoorDash?
Yeah, DoorDash delivers mattress firm, has for a month. Has anybody done one?
Who's gonna but who has room?
Yeah, Bubba Sue, thank you. She put it in there right as I was saying it, so she already knew.
So what, you're gonna just like tie it to the top of your car?
That's what I thought too. But it's supposedly these are, I don't know though, but supposedly they're like the purple mattresses and stuff that roll up in a box. You know what I mean? But still, here's
they can send you. You can order. Why wouldn't you just order that on Amazon? Here's the thing: is like I don't understand why any of these people use services from DoorDash in the first place. I was saying this in my live the other day. Why the hell? Okay, I went on a rant. I went on a rant on my live on Sunday, man. It's getting me fired up just thinking about it. Okay, I just have to say this for one. We'll go back to the mattress thing in a second, but I got an order. It's on my mind. I'm sorry, I have to. I got an order for when you go to Walgreens, okay, Walgreens and CVS. First of all, I don't understand how Walgreens and CVS are still in business right now. If you look at their stock price, it's plummeted 2,000% in the last year or whatever.
Yeah.
If you go there, right? Somebody ordered a 12-pack of soda. I don't know if you buy from Walgreens at all. A 12-pack of soda is $10 with tax in Walgreens. I buy soda every freaking week. I go to Market Basket and I can buy a 30-pack of soda for $8, sometimes $7. Okay, 30 of them. This was a 12-pack at Walgreens. This person ordered off DoorDash 1 packet of 12 sodas. It cost $10 in the store with tax. They paid me $10.50 and then whatever the fees are for DoorDash. You're talking about $24 for 1 pack of 12 sodas to be delivered. That's $2 per can. Why wouldn't you just order it on Amazon?
Well, okay.
They
I gotta bring this up because you brought it up. Why on earth have I been to King Soopers, which if you guys don't have it, that's Kroger. Kroger owns King Soopers in Colorado. So it's like Kroger. Why on earth the past few times that I've been there, and now I'm even going to check. I just want to go. Have you guys corrected it? Like, why on earth is like a 12-pack of cans of Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew or any of those, its price, and it's $1.50 more for the mini cans?
Because convenience. Because convenience.
I mean, is it storage space? Is it?
No, it's because they want to be able to put it in like lunch boxes and stuff. It's convenience. It's the stupidest thing in the world, dude. But I just don't like. I don't understand. Not only that, but this person lived a minute away from a CVS, so they ordered from Walgreens from 5 miles away, but they lived next to a CVS 1 minute away. They literally could have walked to the store and got a 12-pack themselves. But what I don't understand, because you mentioned this whole mattress thing, right? In a box, you don't have to tie it to your car. Why wouldn't you order it online? You don't pay fees on Amazon.
Yeah, and let's be honest, guys. There's nobody in here that doesn't have an Amazon account.
Everyone has an Amazon account. Some people have Amazon just for Prime, just to watch Prime Video. They don't even order from Amazon, but they have an Amazon account.
So Rideshare Lisa's saying, okay, so only if it comes in a box. Well, wait, so you're agreeing with me, but wait a minute. Has anybody seen one? I don't care if you've even taken it. Has anybody seen one? I don't know anybody that's seen one, and they partnered with them nationally about a month ago.
Because who's ordering a mattress on DoorDash? That's why no one's seen it. Who's going to pay a ridiculous fee to have it sent to you from a DoorDash driver when you can have
maybe
an Amazon
you're
driver?
ordering some Chick-fil-A and you're like, I might as well get my purple mattress too.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life, dude. I want to meet these people. I want to meet people that literally are shopping for a fucking mattress online, and they're like, let me get some Chick-fil-A too. and then do a double dash and get your medications from the pharmacy at Stop and Shop too. Because you can do that. Get everything sent to you and pay $100 in fees when you could literally get food, a mattress, and medication from Amazon and not pay anything.
I honestly think that I might go over to the mattress firm and give them my card and say, dude, if anybody from DoorDash comes in here to take one, please call me. I will be right here with my camera, hold them, make them hang out for a minute.
Or give them your card and be like, I will do it for less than you're paying DoorDash.
Right. Or I'll just say, make sure they have, I'll just even pretend like I'm the route supervisor. Have them call me before they ever do one. And then when they call me, I'll be like, dude, I'll pay you to not do that. Just let me hit you with a tack hammer once. Come over to my house.
I don't understand it, man. I've never met any of these people in my life.
It's the future, man. $10 an hour, 10 cents a mile, and W-2 employment and delivering mattresses. Oh God, I didn't even think of that. The Austin people got to deliver mattresses.
I've delivered an AC from Costco.
So okay, so since we got so far into this topic, here's what I guess here's here's what I'll end it with, since this was our topic tonight, was we pretty much just tackled into it hard. But I'm going to ask you how do you think it plays out in those markets? What 20% are they getting? Are they getting a mix? Are they getting all no tips? Are they getting all long miles? Are they getting the good orders? I mean, how do you think this is working?
I mean, you'd have to know more information, because like, is it based on time? Is it based on, like, how do they allocate the 20%? Right. And not like,
well, that's what I mean. What comes in that 20%?
I know, but like, you're not always gonna get bad tippers. So
right.
Like, is it 20% of the day, 20% of the week, 20%? Like, you have to know the time frame of where that 20% of the orders are coming from, right? If it's 20% just in general, I don't know, dude. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. I mean, if it was possible, DoorDash would give them all the no tippers, keep all the tippers for themselves, and that way their DoorDashers are happier. They're happier with DoorDash. They can outsource all the bad orders to all these schmucks who take a $13 an hour job and are idiots for whatever, ruining their car for no reason and basically living out of their car. Because how are they paying for rent? How are they living and paying for food?
I hear you.
This topic makes me mad, dude.
It
makes me mad, man.
Wait till you look further into it. I mean,
that's why I
can't
do what you do, dude. That's why you have your podcast, and that's why you're able to do it. Because if I did it, I'd just be I got veins popping out right now, man. I would lose my shit, dude.
Yeah,
lose my shit.
Here's my thought. Here's just one devil's advocate on your take, and I'm not saying I even think this is it, because I don't, like you, I don't understand. I don't understand any of it. I don't understand who's taking it. I don't understand why this was the legislative, like, we can meet in this ground by having this 1.7 rated company be the employer of like 20% of them. But that gets me to my point. So if they have like a 1.7 rating, and I can't speak for how long ASLC or ACSP one in Austin has been around. But again, I looked up Fresno Logistics. They've been around for like 9-10 years. So they have a horrible reputation. What's to say that they're not saying, like you were saying, well, are they paying? Like, where's some money? Maybe some money was going under the table to DoorDash saying, hey, give us the 20% best tippers.
And then they
wouldn't that be a bitch?
And then they keep the tips for themselves.
Well, wouldn't that be a bitch? Because you know what?
Regulating this?
Right. No. This is just chat. I'm just, and I'm not even saying this is what I think. I'm just putting it out there.
No. I agree. I'm saying, who's regulating the third party? Who's regulating forensic, whatever the fuck their name is? Who's? I know that people are looking into DoorDash barely, but
well, I mean, remember
them?
These companies have been around for a while. These LCSP type companies.
What the fuck, dude? I don't
they have
know,
a term here. It's called. Okay, so LCSPs are local commerce service partners. So if you guys read into that, it's basically, hey, we have an army of W-2 people that don't have work. We scam them all the time with these horrible jobs.
Have they done this with another job that had tips?
No. Or I don't know, but they haven't done it with any big platform though.
So I can understand the business model they have with other types of jobs that don't have tips. That makes perfect sense with other jobs. You're like, hey, you know what? You can have some of my money if you pay, or some of my my clientele if you pay us money. But as far as tips go, that it just seems like it's shady stuff's going to happen, man.
Yeah. I mean, and even Asuka's in Chicago. She has a good point here. You know, when we try to educate those about not taking crappy tips, or in many cases, no tips, you know, they just don't get it. They say that they don't like the downtime. You know, I get using optimization rate, but I mean, you also have to use brain rate.
Here's another thing, right? So I like last week I went into a because you're talking about like all these people have to take every single order, right? So
Yeah.
last week I went into a
You don't get
Wendy's.
any. No, this isn't earned by time, guys. You
I
don't get
went
to not take
I
one an hour. None. You
I
got to take
went
them all.
into a Wendy's and there was a guy waiting there, and I'm like, oh, how there was a lot of Door Dashers there. So I'm you know I'm a chatty Cathy. I turned to him like, how long you been waiting for this order? He's like, oh, a while. I'm like, all right, how long's a while? He's like 15 minutes. I'm like, 15 minutes? Why you been waiting for 15 minutes? He's like, oh, I'm waiting for the order. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I went to the bathroom and I came back. And I was like, I'm not taking this order. I unassigned it or whatever. I waited 10 minutes to unassign it. The guy, as I came back from the restroom, he goes, oh, before you go, I didn't ask him this. Keep this in mind. I didn't ask him to do this. I didn't pry. All I said was, how long are you waiting for this order? And laughed with him for a second, basically calling him an idiot with my laughter. But as I come back, he goes, before you go, let me show you. He shows me his phone and he shows me his stats. He had 100% acceptance rating and he was fucking proud of it. He had 100% acceptance rating. He's sitting there for 15 minutes at Wendy's, probably for a terrible order, and he was proud of his 100%. So you're talking about.
Did you get into what he makes at all?
No, because first of all, he very little English.
Okay. I mean, I would just be at that point, those are the kind of people that intrigue me. Like, dude, what do you make?
I know. I was also live streaming and I was trying to make money. I don't know if I was on like a challenge or something, but I should. But
yeah.
There was also a lot of people around there too. There was like a ton of dashers and I didn't want to but he openly showed me his acceptance rating and he was fucking proud of it, dude. He was proud of it. And so you're talking about like who would do these kind of things of taking all these orders and stuff. There's a lot of people out there that'll do this. Now, given he's in Burlington and the market I'm in is very good. So technically he's probably still making away with good money, man. I mean, honestly, for a while I did challenges when I first started doing DoorDash where I was accepting every order challenge for a while. I actually got my acceptance rating up to 100% as a challenge. I immediately got rid of it.
I remember you having that and like telling me, no, it works for me. It's good.
It's not as much money. It's not as much money, but you, in my market, you still make money. You still average like $20 an hour. Do you average $30 an hour like I do doing my way? No, but you can still average like $20 an hour. But there are people out there. Just saying.
So you guys in Daniel's chat, here, look. Here's the name of the article, and over here is the article link. This is it. You can go read all about it. This is about the 2 hourly pays, and it has links to the company if you really want to explore it, although I'd be very disappointed if any of you did.
Wait, so Deb is somebody real quick. Look, Deb says that she had 100 acceptance rating. A couple times it was 98. But Deb, you don't keep it at 100 though, right? Like if you are getting bad orders, you don't keep it at 100. Like you're not just doing it because you want to keep 100%, right? You're doing it because of another reason. Like, can you say why?
Yes, mine is. Oh, I think that's still answering this, but it would allude to me that, yeah.
I've heard her say no, but the thing is she doesn't keep it at 100. Deb's
right, like the rolling number. Yeah.
Deb's one of my regulars in my chats all the time. I know that it's gone under 100%. She doesn't.
She says I don't focus on it.
Yeah. Okay. So she might just be getting orders that are good enough for her to take. But this guy was proud of it, man, and he was waiting 15 plus minutes on an order. He didn't have to do that. So.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, just. We can't like profile people. I mean, some of us live in cities. I live in the number one sanctuary city in the United States, so I can speak on this very first-handed. But I can tell when there's a scam going down. But there are also people who have been deactivated from DoorDash who get a fake account as well. You got to understand, even those people are no longer paying taxes on it. There are a good amount of people who are going to take everything.
Yeah. No, no.
They
I
just
mean,
are.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to profile people, but what my whole point was.
I'm saying if they don't have to pay taxes, though, that's again how bad to the rest of us.
Right.
You're using a fake account, you're not paying those taxes.
Right. I'm just saying that there are people out there that they don't think about it. They think of it as a job. They just do it. They're gonna get paid for the job. They because some people they get stressed out thinking about it. Right. I don't know if that's why Deb doesn't focus on it. Whatever. She might just do it in general. I also know Deb. This is not her main job, so it's you know what I mean. I don't know.
So I see. I can relate to this. I'm too like Luke. I got 2% on you. I call myself a bottom feeder because I don't do it enough. I do B2B stuff. I do Curry. I do Metrobi. I do some weird apps you guys don't even probably know about. And but I like the B2B. I like the amount of money I can make. And yeah, there's some extra work sometimes involved, but I can make a lot more money.
Boob seat cover so we can actually run the depths. Man, you guys giving the comments even in this live. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why guys, I know Restream allows you to see the comments from like both chats, but StreamYard doesn't allow that. So I'm trying to make sure I'm putting them up if you're talking about something. So look at so yeah, Amanda's at 19. I mean, this is where most people seem to be 19, 15, 33. Like for Austin Rods, that 33 seems a little high. Kim's Side Money Plans. She co-hosts the roundtable with me every week. She has always been whatever the top is. Whether it was Top Dasher, she's been doing this for years. Whether it was Top Dasher, whether it was this, she's always been in that top thing. And she truly believes in that strategy. She thinks, hey, yeah, there are times just like the economy where it's a little worse, but she does believe I can earn better than you.
I just do it for Dash now, man. That's
I think what it's come to for her at this point too.
I think the reason she's able to make more is because of Dash now.
Yeah,
it's not that you're getting better orders. It might seem like you are, but the whole idea of being able to take an order as soon as you drop off an order, that's how you make money on gig work. Always being on an order. If you have to drive back to your zone. Yeah, that's the time wasted.
Right. I think he's making fun of me because even at 17%, there's a little trick. You guys can't do Dash along the way and never leave your zone.
Right.
I mean, I do it all the time. Since for me, this is how bad it is in my market. But I've told people under 5. Like, first of all, I do have other streams of income and production work, but when it comes to gig apps every year, DoorDash is like 5% of my income at best. Like it really doesn't even play a role.
I don't recommend anyone do gig work as solely just gig work. I mean, I always recommend try to find some way to incorporate other
but like
things.
You said, there's no good jobs out there either.
Well, I'm who said you have to get another job?
Right
now YouTube is actually a really so that one woman that just got on the scene of gig work, Dash Doe. Have you heard about her?
Mm-mm.
Oh, she just.
But I do know one. There used to be a
15,000
Doe or something a long time ago.
She got 15,000 subs the other day, in like one day. She's going viral. She was on Pedro's video or whatever. I don't really watch Pedro, but she's going nuts. She has like 33,000 subscribers in like a week. And she's now making a lot of money on YouTube. Like she's already made way more than me, and I've been on YouTube longer than her. So
yeah,
anyone can do it. Anyone, you got to find ways to be able to make money somehow. It doesn't have to be a job. You know, you got to think outside the box. I never said get another job. I just said get another source of revenue.
Yeah. Or I mean, like even with me, get on apps you didn't think about. Guess what? There's 3 main food delivery apps, but there's 17 main catering apps. There's a reason for that, guys. There's 29,000 last mile courier gigs.
Or do like what you did and get clientele. I mean, you don't even need an app for getting clientele. You can get personal shoppers you can just, if somebody likes you and they like your service, you can give them your number and be like, hey, if you ever really want me to go shopping for you, doesn't matter what it is, I can go to, Home Depot for you. It doesn't matter. I'll shop for you.
Well, and I have
people
like a
would pay.
page I can send people to for dumpling. And with dumpling, it's not just grocery shopping. I can do anything. I've had the CEO on a couple times, and I can do anything I want. I can do rides. I can set all the prices. I can go to any store. They're fronting the money. It just has to be my clients. But one thing that I know, I've learned this from all the best people who do dumpling. And yes, it takes more work because it's your business, truly. But one thing that I know for a fact, if you land a client, just one, do very good. Give them little perks, give them those extras. The word of mouth is going to be your business.
Yeah. It's very true.
If you get one good client that has 3 friends that use Instacart, they're going to jump immediately once they know it works out for her.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same with that. That's even with YouTube. It's the same with YouTube, anything you do, do it well. That's the whole story of that point right there, is that no matter what you do, even if you're a janitor cleaning toilets, doesn't matter what you do it well, and you're
right.
gonna succeed, right? You should
right.
always
don't do it like Fresno Logistics, because otherwise you'll be working for $13 an hour.
Yeah,
dude, you guys, I find it mind blowing that out of 97 votes, 13% said they would do this. I was very careful about the wording here too.
It's
I
even
said,
more
schedules, bosses, and must take every order during a shift. I was very blunt.
It's even more mind-boggling that it was out of 97. So that's basically like 13 people. Like it would have been less impressive if it was out of 1,000. That was out of 97. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like every one of them. Yeah. And you guys, if you start hearing about this, or if you become one of those 3 sample cities, please let Mad Dasher or myself know, because we'll make sure to get some video thing over at whatever the new other secondhand, I'm going to call them secondhand DoorDash dispensing crap. And didn't DoorDash already bomb at the W2 thing anyway when they had the Dash Marts?
Yeah.
They had W2 employees.
Actually,
those all failed.
They still have them. I have a follower that says that he orders from it. Hero, one of my main followers, was talking about Dashmart the other day. So
they still are around.
Yeah, they're still around.
Okay, I thought they just kind of were.
No. He was talking about ordering gummies from him. Yeah, he ordered gummies from Dashmart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But regardless, I think that was a way of Dashmart was a way of testing the waters of W2. Look, this is a way of them handing off the W2 to another company.
Yep, just said Dashmart. He said that we still have Dashmart.
Yup lives in like BFE, Michigan, and I'm from Michigan, so I know. Yeah.
I will say, yes, he's right. If you guys ever figure out like a place where I can interview these people, I have a filmographer.
Not that they're going to want to be interviewed, but okay.
I don't care. I'll be Mad Dasher on the street. Channel. I have to pick some number that doesn't exist, but channel something news, channel Madhouse News, and I'll go out and interview him. I have a videographer. You guys know him, Main Street Media. He's got professional setup and everything. I'll do it. He was looking for content to do stuff like that on the street, and I'm looking to get into doing stuff like that. So let me know. I'll travel.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is one isn't going to be far from you. Not that it's coming to you, but you're in a location that a portion of the East, I honestly think, is going to have one of these test markets.
Yeah, Massachusetts is like California. It's so liberal, and they're trying to fuck with everything that we have.
I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be in Connecticut or something though, too. Like they could just pick randomly. I mean, Fresno was random.
Coming live from K-Mad. That's
I don't even think, to be honest, and I do interviews with all kinds of people. I do interviews with people going in that I know I don't agree with on anything, but we still have a great conversation. I don't know how I could not laugh at them. And I'm good at that. I'm good at not laughing and keeping it straight. But I honestly think, even me, like, I feel like if I knew you took this job for $13 an hour and I saw your car and
I don't know if laughing's the right word for me. Maybe I'd laugh, but like I would be. I think I'd be too blunt with them. I'd be pretty harsh.
yeah, I mean, I think what I would do is try and dissect it to the point of like, I think you missed something when you got signed up. Did you know you have to use your car? Yeah. Did you know you're only getting 13 an hour? Yeah. Did you know you're only getting 10 cents a mile?
So
yeah.
let me
Did you know you can't write it off? Yeah.
Let me ask you, how are you planning on living life with this amount of
you
money?
You can't even live in your car for that.
I'm pretty sure you get more money if you beg on the street. I'm not even kidding.
Don't get me started.
Panhandlers can make a lot of money, dude, and you don't have to pay for a car or gas. Anyway,
yeah, you guys.
I don't want to keep you. I know.
No, that's it. The other thing, if you are considering one of these moronic jobs, don't forget that it comes with a drug test.
A drug test. And that's the kicker.
And again, guys, I did forget to tell you one thing. So in Austin, it comes with, and it's consent. When it says consent, it means not upon hire. It means drug testing consent. And it did say upon hire at both places, but it says consent on both, meaning randomly at both. But here's the kicker. That's actually kind of funny. However, don't let it persuade you. It does say in Austin, drug testing, period. On the Fresno Logistics, it says drug testing consent required, although we don't test for marijuana. You guys, I swear I'm not making this up. You can go to FresnoLogistics.com. Oh.
Why would, but it just doesn't make any sense why they would require a drug test. You would think that they wouldn't care who they're hiring. I want to interview Fresno Forensic, whatever the fuck the name is of that. I still don't know the name of it.
Dude,
I want to interview them.
I called them the day I found out. And without even like a normal company, you'd think, okay, I usually can get to everybody and get them as an interview. But in the initial phone call, before I did 13 minutes last week, because it was about this, the initial phone call that I made was just to set something up, see if I could do it through the phone. I actually had their head of human resources, Lucy, on the phone within minutes. Like, they're like, hold on, dude, let me get you with Lucy. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I'm on the phone with her, like asking her questions. I'm like, I said, what am I missing? She was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I mean, what am I missing? I said, it's $16 an hour. That's the, you guys are on, Fresno pays $16 an hour minimum wage. That's the state requirement in California. You're on the lowest end of the 16 to 20 scale. I said, DoorDash pays 120% of minimum wage for active time. Why wouldn't these drivers just take every offer and get 19.20 instead of 16? She was like, I don't understand. Are you interested? I was blown away with, like, I threw at her a real thing and she came back to me, not even being like clever. She came back to me with a truly stupid answer.
You want to talk to someone important and you're a nobody? Here, hold my beer. Let me go get the head of resources, human resources, to answer any question you have, because we're not busy at all with this new acquisition that we just went through. I mean,
you guys, if you do go to FresnoLogistics.com, and if it's not .com, just Google it. It'll take you right to it. Fresno Logistics. If you do go there, on their landing page, it has how they rip off Amazon drivers by using your own Sprinter van. And it says now, and it says beneath it, how they rip off DoorDash drivers.
Apparently the drug test is for driving positions only. I mean, whatever, dude.
But that's all the positions are.
Maybe that's his joke. I never know what Luke's saying. Dude, you totally should have recorded that when you called and made a YouTube video about that, man.
Yeah, I really
just been like, oh, hi, my name's Steve. This call is being recorded for quality and training.
Yeah, if I had done that, yes. but I'm way too on the straight because I don't throw crap at people. I don't do.
Well, you weren't throwing
and-
crap at them. You were asking legit questions.
I mean, I almost ended the conversation with, in future, don't answer random calls. That went really badly on you. I just wanted to do that and hang up and just be like, I can't believe you answered my question.
That's crazy.
I basically was like, are you a scumbag? And she was like, yes. Not me personally, but my employer is.
Oh my God. Maybe I should do that for a video. Call these guys. Pretend like I'm another maybe I'll pretend like I'm Uber Eats. And I'm like, listen, I heard that you
don't even go. If you do, don't even go for human resources. Just ask, right? You can go on the website and find his name out. The president's listed right there. Just ask for him. And if they say, yeah, can I leave a message? Be like, no, this is urgent. Get him on the phone.
No, this is urgent. The guy's like, hey, I got this guy named Mad Dasher on the line. He says it's urgent. God, dude. What the fuck? Oh my God.
All right, well,
that's hilarious.
We got through that, and at least I feel like I can now finally, I've talked about it a couple of times, I feel like I can put this to bed at least. I never know how the podcast will go. This was great. And I can put this to bed, and I feel like everybody now knows. And please spread the word. Tell everybody you know. Tell everybody you know that they're paying nickels on the dime.
If I could just remember the name of the company. Forensic Files of DoorDash is
Fresno
ripping people off.
Sticks. Somebody put in Mad Dasher's chat just the name Fresno Logistics so he can see it. Because I'm telling you, their website isn't even appealing. No, none of this is appealing. But you can scroll down to the first page. They have other pages, but it says all their team people. So you can just ask for the president. Tell him it's extreme. This is very important. And if they're like, well, he's busy again, just say, well, it's extremely important. Just keep playing bigger words until they finally go, okay. Oh, extremely.
It's imperative.
Mad Dasher,
that I
hold
speak
on
with him. It's imperative.
All right, guys, that's all I got for the week. As always, thank you, Mad Dasher, for joining you guys. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you're now familiar with him. Make sure you check him out. He's a lot of fun, and I wouldn't count on him to do it every 3 days a week, but I feel like comfortable. Am I right in saying that?
I actually was talking about this in the live Sundays, and I'm gonna get back to it was just a week off that I was kind of like in a weird funk. But in my adventure of saving for a house, I'm gonna start taking it serious. And I'm actually, guys, going to be cutting back on gummies, drinking, stuff like that, so I can get some sleep and really start taking it serious. I'm going to start doing more videos, going to start doing more lives, going to start working gig work more. And I changed up my trading because I've been trading on the stock market. That's why I took basically I had a week off. But I'm going to be trying to do.
But I was trying to
3
get
to 4 lives
at the lives too.
3. Yeah. Well, every time I DoorDash, I do a live.
Okay.
So I just didn't DoorDash at all this week. That's why I didn't do lives. But I'm gonna try to get back to like maybe three lives a week, three or 4.
And guys, remember, if you're trying to figure out what state you're in, and if you're gonna go for one of these jobs in California, you cannot do any drugs. California, you can smoke weed and dash for $16. Thank you, Johnny Kneecap. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Until next week, be safe, earn smart, and, be good to each other. Everybody's a little weird out there, but we'll see you back here next week. Peace, y'all.
See you later.
She was just a baby. Ain't no way